Hi guys, Chris here, and you are watching Here We Are Running. And you know what? I've been waiting to say this for some time, so here goes. Welcome to Marathon Training, Week 1. Yes guys, I'm finally starting my marathon training, and for those of you who don't know, I am running the Edinburgh Marathon this year. It takes place at the end of May, so I've got an 18-week training plan starting this week and leading up to Edinburgh, and I'm looking forward to that and focusing hard on it and doing well in the marathon when it comes at the end of May. Now this training series, it's going to be a little bit different to last year's one. You're going to see some running footage. You're going to hear me talk about my training during the week, and I'm also going to get a guest to come along and speak about various topics as we go through the training plan, and focusing on the topic that is of interest to me and probably some of you guys at this stage of your training. And today's guest is going to be Andy, Forest Dean runner, and we're going to get him on and talking a little bit later in this episode. But to update you on where I'm at the moment, it's Tuesday at the moment. I'm just out for an easy run on the trails. I did a progression run yesterday on Monday, that was. I'm going to put up the splits that I had during that progression run. It was a 9k run, and I was really happy about how that went. And I've got to admit, the progression run is probably my favourite workout. I like the challenge of it. Pick a pace to start at, and then every kilometre has to be faster than the kilometre before it. So as you can see from that, we started that progression run just behind the pace that I've got to achieve for my marathon, and then finished it about a minute quicker than what we started it at across the 9k. So happy about how that went. What I'm going to do now is leave you a bit more footage of this easy run because it's such a lovely day out here on the trails, and then we'll go into the rest of the week. Hi guys, and fast forward to Thursday, and I'm here at the track. First time at the track for a long time. I'm going to do a interval session today. I'm going to do 5 times 1k reps with a 2-minute rest period in between. Let's see how I get on. That's the first one done in 4 minutes 11 seconds, which is bang on around the target I want to aim for this session. I'll set the target pace between 4 minutes and 4 minutes 20, so smack bang in the middle of that. And let's carry on with the next one. Number 2 done, and very similar pace, around the 4 minutes 10 seconds for that kilometre. So keeping it consistent there, and on to the next one. That's number 3, and that was very slightly faster, about 4:09, 4:08 for that one. Ooh, that one was about 4:03 per kilometre, so yeah, I hope I haven't overdone that one. One more to go. We'll see if I pay for it on this one. So decided to put the throttle down a little bit there and didn't look at the watch during it, but I reckon that was around 3:51, 3:52, something like that. So yeah, didn't fade at the end, stayed strong, happy with this workout. So that is the first interval session of this marathon training series done. I will put the splits up on the screen now, and we'll compare that as we go through and do interval training. I'm going to try and do it alternate weeks with hill training, so next week will be hills. Yeah, and as I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm going to make these episodes a little bit more interesting by getting a guest on some of them. Today it's Andy from Steam Runner, and I asked Andy what his thoughts would be for someone like myself just about to start their marathon training plan. What considerations should I give it? Here's what he said.
My personal opinion, when it comes to marathon training plans, obviously make sure you've got a plan that is suitable for your requirements. Make sure that you are going to be looking at weekly mileage that works in with what you've already been doing. Don't take too big a jump. Let's say you've been running 20-30 miles a week. Don't pick a plan that's maybe 60-70 miles a week. That's a massive jump, obviously. So pick something that's suitable for you. Make sure you're incorporating strength training for sure, because for me in particular, it's made a massive difference in my marathon training. Just going to the gym, whatever it might be, yoga, Pilates, whatever else that complements running. And of course, don't forget those long run workouts. I preach them a lot, but from my perspective, it depends if you're going to be running a marathon or if you're going to be racing a marathon. If you want to be racing a marathon, if you want to be running it and just finishing it, that's fine. Make sure you complete the long runs, do the distance. If you want to be racing a marathon, you've really got to look at getting those long run workouts in. I think simulating that tired fatigue feeling at the end of a run is just so important. It's where a lot of people come undone in the last 6 to 8 miles, and I think the more long run workouts you can do, chucking in some quicker miles at the end, doing some kind of workouts within your 15 to 18 to 20 mile runs is just key. So those are definitely my 3 best tips.
Well, thanks Andy, some great tips there as always. And guys, if you aren't familiar with Andy's channel, go and check that out. He has a great channel on YouTube, the FOD Runner. And of all of those tips, I think the one I'm going to try and apply today on my long run is the long run workout. So I'm doing about 25 kilometers today if things go to plan, and it's going to be a nice easy pace for most of it, but as we get towards the end I'm going to step it up a bit and see if I can get some quick kilometers in there to end with. And I'll catch up with you at various points during this long run. So yeah, I said if things go to plan, it's going to turn down to a 25 kilometer run. And the reason for that is, so far today, it's Saturday today, so far things have not gone according to plan. I did not get good sleep. I was called up by work, and I did not get out early, which I was intending to do my long run. So sorted the work stuff out now on very little sleep, and we are now out on the long run just after lunchtime, travelling along the National Cycle Network at the moment towards Gatwick. And I haven't been on this bit of the route before, so it's quite nice exploring somewhere new. Okay, over halfway now, and legs are feeling tired, but still trying to maintain that easy pace of between 5.5 minutes and 6 minutes per kilometre, but certainly feeling the lack of sleep last night now. Right, we're just over 18 kilometres now, and just having a second gel, and then when we get to 19 kilometres we're going to do a kilometre on, kilometre off. So kilometre on, we're going to speed up, and then we're going to rest it a bit for the kilometre off, and we'll do that for the final 6 kilometres and see how we get on. Okay, 4 minutes and 54 seconds for that first one. I think the second one may be a bit uphill, so see how that one goes. 4:46 for the second kilometre, and final one coming up soon. That was 4:56 and it's nearly all uphill. So delighted with the way that one went, but it's hurting now. I'm just coasting it back home now for the final kilometre of this 25k run. And guys, I hope you've enjoyed this first episode in my marathon training series. If you have, please do give it a like. If you're new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button, and you can be first to hear all the rest of the episodes coming up on this channel. But for now guys, goodbye.